Yes, gang, it's right. That's right. It's Poppy's other workshop.
Gang, Poppy here. As you can see, we're in the computer room. Um, I should have posted last week, but I couldn't figure out how to phrase what I'm going to say. So here goes. Hey, Mike. Um, I've been seeing you struggle with getting rid of lead and tin. Anyway, I understand metastatic acid. Some people call it tin paste. Some people call it tin slime. I don't know if you are equipped to cupellate. If you are, perhaps try taking those processors, the plastic encapsulated, and just throw them in the crucible, burn them up, stir the ashes, right? Flux to take away carbon, gather up metal oxides, throw in a collector metal like, oh, you're trying to get rid of lead, and lead's so poisonous, especially when you melt it till it fumes. Bismuth is less ecologically damaging. Then when you got to prill, you can give it the good old nitric acid digestion. Once you figure out what carat it is, it'd probably be low, because all the base metals that don't get it. Anyway, then you can do your wet work, dissolving a bunch of base metals with nitric, a good rinse. What I used to do is between my nitric and anything I did with hydrochloric, I would do a 50-50 sulfuric and distilled water boil. 5 or 10 minutes of rolling boil. Carefully pour off the sulfuric. Might take 3-4 passes it. Carefully pouring it off so I don't lose any of the metal. Then at least three, bring the beaker up to 1,000 milliliter and boil it down to around 200 milliliter. Refill it with hot distilled, bring it down to 200 milliliter, refill with hot distilled, take it down to 200 milliliter, and test. Litmus paper. A couple times I was brave and doesn't taste like nitric. My tongue isn't burning out of my mouth. Oh, the things I would do, have a beaker of scrap gold digesting, I'd quartated it. I didn't use 6 carat for my quartation. I'd take it down to 3. The theory being you got larger spaces between the atoms of gold and you've got less gold trapped next or between a couple of atoms of copper or whatever. I know it uses a lot more nitric, And your quartation metal, I mean, I would use clean copper. Either heavy gauge electrical wire that strip, coil up, uh, standard weights. You know, so I could throw in a few grams, homogenize the melt, cornflake it. I also sometimes used one old quartation routine. You weigh your scrap. 4 times as much of that in quartation metal. Copper, silver. Silver becomes very important here because you can recover your silver, as you know. And silver requires less nitric to dissolve it than copper. It's easier to recover your silver from your solutions than copper. Longer process, more straining. Anyway, like I was saying, if you can smelt that crap, maybe pyrolyze it to get it ashed, then smelt it with the collector metal, cupellate the prill. That's an old standard way of making pure gold. Also, I forget whether it was Hoke or refined, or whether it was Hoke or whether it was Practical Dental Metallurgy, University of California, 1915. I owned a copy of it. I've got a PDF of the same volume, not the exact same item, because I wrote some notes in mine. Hey, it's a textbook. I did what Snape did. Crush the motherfuckers, don't chop them up. Yeah. Anyway, tricupellation for that stuff contaminated with tin and lead. Small batch. You might like it. Look at my last video and maybe the one before it if you haven't seen them, and I gave an idea or two for your fume hood. How to not destroy your heat sources in the fume hood, like another one bites the dust, right? And 2, how to get rid of your fumes next time one of your fume hood fans dies. You can get an old Kirby vacuum cleaner, 3D print a Venturi deductor. Yeah. And of course, the Rubbermaid tub, almost full of water with a bunch of baking soda in it. The acid fumes go into the tub, bubble up through the baking soda in the water. And you don't even use distilled for it. Tap will be fine. Anyway, the baking soda neutralizes the acid fumes, traps it in the liquid. When it gets to be too much, you pour off the liquid, evaporate it somewhere. scoop out that mud of spent baking soda, dry it up, bag it to the hazardous waste landfill. I know you take stuff to the hazardous waste landfill. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not digging holes out in the North 40 right next to the swamp. You ain't doing that. Anyway, try these. Please try these. Yeah. Good night from California. Don't get washed or blown away by the rain or windstorms. Way here, we're worrying about the heat and the fire. So, whatever. Good night.